Donald Trump stood at the top floor of Trump Tower, gazing out at the sprawling city he had claimed as his own. The Manhattan skyline glittered under the evening sun, a testament to his empire, his ambition, and his belief in his own greatness. Behind him, the room was a showcase of opulence, golden walls, ornate furniture, and crystal chandeliers that sparkled like diamonds. But this evening, Donald Trump, former president of the United States and billionaire businessman, felt uneasy. His son, Barron Trump, had just turned 22. Barron was tall, reserved, and carried an air of quiet dignity that set him apart from his flamboyant father. Unlike Donald, Barron had little interest in the limelight or the world of politics. He preferred the world of technology, algorithms, and innovation, a world his father struggled to understand. Donald glanced at the unopened envelope on his desk. It was a letter from Barron, delivered earlier that day. Though they lived in the same city, their communication had become increasingly formal, almost transactional. Donald sighed and opened the envelope. The letter was brief but impactful. Dad, I think it's time we talked. Not in sound bites, not in headlines, but as father and son. There are things we need to address, about the business, the family, and the future. Let's meet tomorrow at 7 p.m. in my office. Barron. Donald folded the letter and placed it back on the desk. A part of him admired Barron's independence, his ability to carve his own path. But another part, a larger part, felt challenged, even threatened. What could Barron want to discuss? Was he questioning his father's legacy? The thought unsettled him. Barron Trump's office was a stark contrast to his father's. Where Donald's world was all gold and grandeur, Barron's space was minimalist and functional. The walls were lined with books on artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and philosophy. A sleek computer setup dominated one corner of the room, humming quietly. Barron had built a name for himself in the tech industry, founding a startup focused on sustainable technology. His company, aptly named Vision Tech, had recently secured a major contract with the federal government to develop green energy solutions. It was a move that drew praise from environmentalists and criticism from conservative circles. The tension between Barron's progressive ideals and Donald's traditionalist views had been brewing for years. While Donald thrived on controversy and confrontation, Barron valued innovation and cooperation. The clash of their worlds had created a rift that neither had been willing to bridge. Until now. At precisely 7 p.m., Donald arrived at Barron's office. He was greeted by Barron's assistant, who led him into the room. Barron stood to greet his father, his expression calm but serious. "Dad," Barron said, extending a hand. "Barron," Donald replied, shaking it firmly. "Nice place you got here. Very modern." Barron offered a polite smile. "Thanks. Please, have a seat." Donald settled into a chair across from Barron, who remained standing for a moment before sitting down. There was a pause, a silence filled with unspoken words. "So," Donald began, "what's this about?" Barron took a deep breath. "It's about the future, Dad. My future, your future, and the family's future." Donald raised an eyebrow. "Go on." "I've been thinking a lot about the Trump brand," Barron said. "What it stands for, what it's achieved, and where it's heading. And honestly, I think it's time we redefined it." Donald frowned. "Redefined? What's wrong with it?" "The Trump name is synonymous with success, power, and winning. It's also synonymous with controversy, divisiveness, and excess," Barron countered. "That might have worked in the past, but the world is changing. People are demanding more accountability, more transparency, and more responsibility. And you think I haven't been responsible?" Donald's tone was defensive. "I think the definition of responsibility has changed," Barron replied carefully. "It's not just about making money or building towers. It's about making a positive impact, leaving the world better than we found it." Donald leaned back in his chair, studying his son. And you think you know better than me? I think I have a different perspective, Barron said. A perspective that could complement yours, if you're willing to listen. Their conversation extended late into the night. They discussed the family business, the political legacy, and the public perception of the Trump name. Barron proposed a series of changes, divesting from certain industries, investing in sustainable projects, and adopting a more inclusive approach to leadership. Donald, however, was resistant. You don't understand the game, Barron. The world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a battlefield, and you have to fight to win. I'm not saying we stop fighting, Barron replied. I'm saying we fight smarter. We adapt. The discussion grew heated, with both men standing firm in their beliefs. At one point, Donald accused Barron of being ungrateful. You wouldn't have any of this if it weren't for me, he said, gesturing around the room. Barron's jaw tightened. And I'm grateful for everything you've done, Dad. But this isn't just about you. It's about the future. My future. As the night wore on, the tension began to ease. Donald, for all his bravado, recognized the sincerity in Barron's words. And Barron, despite his frustrations, respected his father's achievements and resilience. By the time they parted ways, they hadn't reached a full agreement. But they had taken the first step toward understanding each other. Donald agreed to consider Barron's proposals, and Barron promised to keep an open mind about his father's perspective. News of their meeting leaked to the press, sparking a media frenzy. Pundits speculated about a power struggle within the Trump family, while social media buzzed with rumors and opinions. Some praised Barron for challenging his father, while others accused him of betraying the family legacy. Donald and Barron issued a joint statement, emphasizing their shared commitment to the Trump brand and its future. But behind the scenes, their discussions continued, each trying to bridge the gap between their worlds. Months later, the first signs of change began to emerge. The Trump Organization announced a partnership with VisionTech to develop sustainable real estate projects. Donald appeared at a press conference alongside Barron, proudly endorsing the initiative. The Trump name has always been about building, Donald said. And now, we're building a better future. Barron added, this is just the beginning. Together, we're proving that tradition and innovation can go hand in hand. Though their journey was far from over, Donald and Barron had found a way to navigate their differences. They remained two very different men, but they shared a common goal, to ensure the Trump name endured not just as a symbol of success, but as a force for good. And in the end, that's what mattered most. If you like the story, so please subscribe my channel and like the video and watch every new video.